and welcome to Corethentic Zen. This is guided meditation number 13. My name is Flick Manning. I'm the founder of Corethentic and I'll be your host today. Very excited to join you today for this meditation, as I believe that it is one that is applicable to every person on the planet. And hopefully you will get a lot out of this with repeated use. As an observation and as my work in both wellness coaching and advocacy for chronic pain and invisible illness, I've noticed that people with and without these conditions suffer alongside each other with the exact same set of problems. As a general rule, we tend to avoid all types of pain at all costs. This can be emotional pain or physical pain. This can be manifested in some kind of stress, something that maybe is happening at work, or it could be in the body, a pain in the gut, a pain in your head, your muscles. It can be the feeling of wanting to avoid having to do an activity or see a different person. All of these are types of pain. And as the body still works on that largely fight or flight mechanism, that sympathetic nervous system being so strong, we tend to try and back away or retreat from all pain. But what I've also observed and what I've also learnt from my studies and my experience in my working with so many people that do experience a range of different types of stress and physical pains and emotional pains, is that when we confront these emotional pains, when we allow ourselves to be present with them, we form a relationship between the mind and the body that is actually beneficial, as opposed to feeling like they are working against each other or they are enemies of each other. When we see our bodies and our minds or our emotions and our physical sense as being separate entities that are in fight with one another, we are creating a battle, and every action and every thought that we have actually just creates more ammunition for both sides to fight. But we're not looking for them to fight, we're looking for them to come to a sense of peace, tolerance and empathy with each other. If our brain and our body is actually kind to one another, it's amazing the things that can happen, because they do have direct, scientific, evidence-based connections between the two. And with that in mind, I really want to foster a space at Corethentic and for yourself that allows you to bridge those gaps and really embrace how beautiful the connection can be if you do work on it. So today, to start your session, I would like you to recall a moment in time for yourself that has caused you either a level of emotional or physical pain that has been exceptionally hard for you to deal with. Now, for some of you dealing with chronic pain, that could be this very second. It could be a physical sensation that is currently going on, or it could be something to do with an anxiety or stress that is ongoing in your life. Or you may have to dig a little further back and find something that sparks a sensation of being a little uncomfortable. I understand that this will not be super pleasant for the first 30 seconds, and I do empathise with you. However, it is a necessary step in terms of getting used to seeing your pain and not retreating from it. Once you have found that moment in your mind, I would like you to get as comfortable as you can, either laying down or sitting up with your eyes shut. And you're going to start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just continuing that cycle in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now allowing your breathing pattern just to resume whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, taking a moment as though from a bird's eye view, looking at yourself from up above, I want you to observe consciously the changes that occur in your body when you think, even for a moment, about that period of time where you were experiencing a physical or emotional pain or stress that caused you some kind of discomfort. Notice the areas of the body that naturally start to tighten. It may be in your gut, your neck, your shoulders. You may clench, even your bottom, your feet, your hands may seize up. You may feel that you want to move into a fetal position or cross your arms over your chest. You may even find it more difficult to breathe a full deep breath. These are all indications that your sympathetic nervous system is being activated by whatever this emotional pain is. In other words, it's your fight or flight response. And while it's very, very normal, it's not going to serve you moving forward because you are not being chased by a woolly mammoth. And that part of our brain has not evolved very far. So it's up to us to learn to work with it. What we're going to do now is take a moment to unclench all those areas of the body that may be feeling a little bit tense right now. All those areas that you've just observed that have changed as a result of thinking about that painful moment or experience or time. And what I would like for you to do is circulate this mantra in your mind. Now, if you are alone, feel free to say this mantra out loud. It can be very useful to hear the echoes of this within your own voice. But if you're in a private space or you would prefer to do this in your head, that's totally fine as well. The mantra is as follows. Pain is not my enemy. My body is not my enemy. My mind is not my enemy. Those three things again. My pain is not my enemy. My body is not my enemy. My mind is not my enemy. Well done on sitting with that moment. I know it can be very uncomfortable at times. The more that we can sit and be present with our experiences of pain and observe our connection between how our body and our mind actually reacts to that, the faster we get to a point where we can process that rather than actually swallowing down and holding on to it. When we avoid or retreat, we don't actually let it go. We hold on to it. We manifest it. We physically absorb it. And it becomes ingrained into the way that we think and feel. Instead, by sitting with it and allowing ourselves to have a moment with it, we can learn to let it go. So now, for the next few seconds, I would like you simply just to focus now in on the breathing. We're going to breathe any of those sensations that have been brought up right out of your body so that you can start to let it leave the inside of you and create space for a calmer, happier relationship between your mind and your body. So just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now when you're ready, just allowing some outside sounds to become more obvious to you. Any sensations of energy change in the room, light, movement, allowing them to become present. And when you're ready, just blinking your eyes open and adjusting to the space. Before rushing off now to do whatever it is that you need to do today or this evening, just giving yourself a moment of gratitude. You're actually making space to do the work that is moving you towards your wellness. So well done. And I look forward to joining you on the next meditation.